Hello everyone, this is a short video to help you to improve the performance of your SolidWorks, especially when you are running a gigantic assembly on SolidWorks. So these tips helps you if you have a weaker computer with a lower CPU and GPU performance. The first thing is you go to your computer setting, and then you go to system. And then you come all the way down and you go to graphic setting right here. And you have to pick SolidWorks as an application. So browse, depends on where your SolidWorks is. In my case, the SolidWorks is in program file. Let me just go to C drive and is a program file. And then I go to SolidWorks right here and here. And then you find the actual SolidWorks file, which is this one. So this is a SolidWorks. You pick this and add it. So it's already been added. And then you go to option and use high performance right here. And that itself helped that most of the computation power goes to SolidWorks. So that's one. So the next thing is when I open SolidWorks here, the few things that can be done. One is when you go to option, you right off the bat, you pick assembly. It takes a couple of seconds for SolidWorks to be loaded. So I'm just going to go here and let me just open maybe an assembly. Just a simple, very simple assembly. Of course, for such a basic assembly, I don't need anything. So there we go. So I'm going to go here to option, and then in options I have assembly. So you can see that here now. It depends on what type of assembly you have. So this is for a large assembly, and it tells you if I have a large assembly when it's 500 or exceeded 500, these has to be done. And this one is for much higher number of the parts, up to 5,000. I definitely will hide all the planes and axes and sketches. These are all, reduces the speed. This can be adjusted. And there are a few other ones here, depends on, one by one, but this is the most important thing. Disable variation on rebuilds, that's also saved. Suspend automatic rebuild, so that would be another one. So that's one. And then again, you go to performance here. And here the level of detail, so again, depends on what you are doing, and especially when you have a video. So if you have, for example, a large assembly, you have a car with lots of sub assemblies, you have transmission, you have engine, and so on, not to try to run everything on the main assembly. Instead, if you want to show a video, you go to transmission and show the efficacy of all the mates in the transmission, rather than bringing the transmission, the engine, the suspension, and so on. So that perhaps will maybe cause some problem. So this is also another part. So you can see that the high quality for normal view mode, and there are a few ones here. So this is another one here. So you can go a little bit of for more slow and more faster. So this is going to be slower, but it consumes less power. So I'll go to maybe toward the low. That's another one. So low components, the lightweight one, you can do that here too. It helps manual manage, resolve, and lightweight mode. So this is the manual. You don't want to do automatic. So again, if you know what is happening here. So mate animation speed, that's another one. So sometimes when you are mating two, let's say you have a shaft and you have a kind of like a bushing, so you don't need actually the animation to show the shaft is moving there. So you want to do it fast. So in this case, you can reduce this or make it off. So you want to make the mate without the animation. That helps too. So there are quite a few things that this can be done here. So it said okay. And one thing that also I suggest for everyone, again, is not good for this simple part, but you always can go here when you are in assembly, you can go to evaluate, and then you go to performance evaluate. And in this case, you see I have few parts here, very basic, and it shows the biggest one or the slowest one is this. And here, same thing too, you can have all the details here. So if you will see one of your gigantic parts, you have a Rolls-Royce airplane engine, one part could be your weakest link, your bottleneck, and you can go and modify that part. So in this case, it's 0.41 seconds. If something is like 10 seconds or 15 seconds, it shows that that is the problematic. So this is a good tools too for you to figure it out which one is this, the one that is causing the lagging. So again, it's a very short video. I hope it helps you to improve the speed of your computer. Thank you.